If you've ever thought about applying for an O-1 visa, you've probably heard this before. You need a major international award like an Oscar, a Nobel Prize, or a Grammy to get approved. Sounds discouraging, right? But here's the truth. That's a myth. Every year, people without global awards get approved for the O-1 visa. So the real question is, how do they prove they're in the top 1% of their field? Today, we'll be breaking down exactly how to build an O-1 case without major awards. And I'll share the story of a photographer who got approved, even though he never won a single global award. Do you really need a major award to qualify for the O-1 visa? Many people believe that without a Pulitzer Prize, an Academy Award, or a national level honor, they have no chance of getting an O-1 visa. But that's not true. The O-1 visa has 8 different criteria, and you only need to meet 3. Yet, most applicants focus on the wrong things and get overwhelmed. How a photographer got an O-1 visa without awards. Let's talk about Carlos, a photographer from Argentina. He didn't have a Pulitzer Prize, a global photography award, a famous client list, but he still got approved. Here's how he structured his case strategically to prove he was in the top 1% of his field. Step 1. Industry recognition through publications and media. One of the strongest categories for O-1 approval is having your work featured in major publications. Carlos had no global awards, but his work had been published in major magazines in Argentina and the US, featured in art exhibitions that gained media attention, covered by photography blogs and online magazines. Instead of an award, he used media exposure to show that his work was widely recognized. Takeaway: if you don't have awards, focus on getting published, featured, or written about. Step 2. High salary or high demand for your work. Another way to prove extraordinary ability is to show that you earn well above the average salary in your field. Carlos provided signed contracts from high-paying clients, letters from agencies showing his fees were higher than most photographers, financial records proving that he earned significantly more than the industry standard. If you don't have major awards, USCIS wants to see market demand for your work. You can prove this with high-paying contracts. Exclusive job offers evidence of major brands or companies hiring you. Step 3. Playing a leading role in your industry. USCIS is looking for leaders and influencers in their fields. Carlos strengthened his case by showing he was a keynote speaker at major photography conferences. He judged competitions and mentored younger photographers. He taught photography workshops that were attended by hundreds of students. None of these required a major award, but together they proved his influence. If you don't have a top-tier award, focus on being a speaker, judge, or mentor in your industry, hosting workshops or training sessions, having an active professional network that recognizes your expertise. Step 4. Strong recommendation letters. Weak recommendation letters can destroy your case. Many applicants get letters that sound too generic. For example, Carlos is a talented photographer who has contributed to the field, but that alone won't convince USCIS. A strong letter should say, Carlos's photography has influenced modern fashion campaigns, and his unique style has been studied by other photographers in the industry. See the difference? A great letter should be written by a recognized expert in your field, include specific examples of your impact, explain why you stand out from others in your profession. Most people settle for weak letters, and that's why their cases fail. Step 5. The multiple categories. Strategy. The biggest mistake applicants make? They focus too much on one category. Carlos didn't rely on just one thing. He built his case across 4 different categories: publications and media coverage, high demand and high-paying work, leadership and mentorship roles, strong recommendation letters. And that's how you impress the USCIS to approve your O-1 visa. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, smash that like and subscribe button.